Welcome to the Chapter 6 project for Math 1330. For this project, you'll be using the Using Technology portion of the textbook at the end of Chapter 6. The first part of the actual Excel portion of this project asks you to create a binomial distribution table for the month of December, so possible R value 0 and 31, for each of the cities listed. In the book, there are 6 cities, each with a different probability. I've chosen 2 others to use in this video to help you see what's going to happen. Chosen Albuquerque and Colorado Springs, and I found probabilities that are probably less than the sources in the book, but it'll work just as fine. For binomial distribution, you want to put in binom, and then it's binom.dist. Number of successes is R. Trials is N, 31. Probability S, probability of success, is little p. And then we're going to set cumulative to false because we want the mass function. Now, in order to be able to drag these down, I need to put a $sign in front of the 2 so that we keep our p on row 2. And then I'm going to add a $sign in front of the A to keep the R values always in column A. Once I've done this, I am able to drag down to 31. And then I'll be able to drag over for all my cities. And my table is complete. One way to check your work is to highlight all the values for one column, and the sum, which I'll put down here, should be 1. That's what you'll be doing for number 1. You'll have 6 cities, so it'll be a little bit wider, but otherwise you're just going to be filling in this table. Number 2 asks you to find the expected value and the standard deviation. The expected value of the binomial distribution is n, 31, times p. Standard deviation, sigma, is the square root of n times p times q. Remember, another name for q is 1 minus p. And then, once you have one city done, and you've used cell references, you can drag across for all the other cities. And that's all you're going to be doing for number 2. For number 3 through number 7, it tells you to find or to estimate the probability that for a given city, you'll have a certain criteria of clear days. And I've created 2 similar examples here. Estimate the probability that Albuquerque will have at most 15 clear days for the month of December, and estimate the probability that Colorado Springs will have between 10 and 20 clear days. And I already have the results here, but I'm going to show you how to find them. At most 15 days, first we need to make sure we're in the Albuquerque column. At most 15 is 0 to 15, so I'm going to go ahead and select those cells. Then I come down here to the sum, and you'll see the 0.8458. Therefore, we know that there's approximately 85% chance of at most 15 clear days for the city of Albuquerque in December, or that there's an 85% probability. For the Colorado Springs one, we want between 10 and 20. So again, we can select 10 to 20, and again we can find the sum down here. Now, you could add all these up, but because some of these are in scientific notation, and because the decimals continue on farther, it's easier to just use this tool. You can also use a formula like sum and then highlight them, and you'll notice that we get the exact same answer. But if you just highlight them like I did, that's perfectly fine. The only thing to remember is that in Blackboard, I've set out the instructions for exactly how you're supposed to submit the responses for 3 through 7, so make sure you follow those instructions. If you have any other questions, please email me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks.